everyone, in this video we will explain tutorial about classical assumption test using EViews. There is 4 tests: normality, multi-correlability, pseudosatiety, and autocorrelation. Let's check it out.
Here I'm gonna tell you how to check normality and heteroscedasticity using EViews. First one, you need to prepare your EViews and then you need to prepare your data. In here I'm using unemployment as dependent variable, and the independent variable is inflation, investment, and wage. So go back to EViews. First one, create a new EViews work file. Then you choose unstructured, and then write your observation. And here I'm using 30 observation. Click and then import your data. Click file, then choose import from file, then find your data. So this is my data. Open, next, and so this is after this we need to make an equation. So you click unemployment, then you click a control button in your keyboard, and then click inflation, investment, and wage. After that, click your right button in your mouse, click open as equation. So that you need to move the C between unemployment and inflation. Click OK. So this is the result of your regression. To check normality test, you just click view, then click residual diagnostic and histogram normality test. So this is the result.
We will check the normality of residuals from the probability of George-Bera test. The key is if the probability of George-Bera is less than alpha or 0.05, then we will reject the null hypothesis and accept the alternative hypothesis, which is residuals are not normally distributed. Well, if the probability value is greater than alpha or 0.05, then we will accept the null hypothesis, which is residuals are normally distributed. In this case, we can see that the probability of George-Bera value is 0.35, which means is greater than alpha or 0.05. So we will accept the null hypothesis, which is residuals are normally distributed. It means in this case residuals are normally distributed.
So that to check heteroscedasticity test, same as normality, just click view, then click residual diagnostic and click heteroscedasticity test. Click OK. So this is the result.
Rule in classical assumption heteroscedasticity. Assume that H0 it means there is no heteroscedasticity problem. H1 it means there is a heteroscedasticity problem. And then if probability has probability less than alpha or 0.05, it means H0 is rejected and H1 is accepted. If probability more than alpha or 0.05, it means H1 rejected and H0 accepted. Test result using Bruce Pagan Godfrey So the probability value of f statistic or f calculate is greater than alpha or 0.05, which is 0.7655, meaning that the variable x is greater than alpha, so that it can be H1 is rejected and H0 is accepted. So it can be concluded that there is no heteroscedasty problem in this data.
Multicollinearity test. Multicollinearity test is used to test the existence of perfect linear relationship or near perfect between some or all independent variables. This time, I will use with the fifth test or variance inflation factors. The first step, after enter the formula, click View, Coefficient Diagnostics, and choose Variance Inflation Factors. So, from here, we can see the result of the fifth test from the coefficient variance table.
Multicollinearity may not have a close relationship or high correlation between independent variables. In these variance inflation factors or VIF tests, if the value is more than 10, we can know that they are multicollinearity. From this data, the value is not more than 10. That means in this regression does not contain multicollinearity. But if we find multicollinearity, the VIF test has weaknesses, because we don't know that multicollinearity has a high relationship with which variables. If we communicate there is multicollinearity, we don't do anything. Leave it, because we often don't have control over the data. Let the variables still in models.
Autocorrelation test. Autocorrelation arises because observations that occur sequentially at all the times are related to one another. This problem arises because residuals are not free from one observation to another observation. This problem is often found if we use time series data. This time, I will use with the Bierce-Godfrey serial correlation LM test. The first steps, after enter the formula, click View, Residual Diagnostics, and choose Serial Correlation LM test. Okay. So from here we can see the result, Bierce-Godfrey serial correlation LM test, and then these are the results, 0.
From the autocorrelation test using FViews with the Bierce-Godfrey serial correlation LM test, the p-value for two value is obtained. It is a p-value of 0.0000, where if the thing is smaller than alpha 5% or 0.05. So, the model is positively affected by autocorrelation. One way to improve is to use the AC or heteroscedasticity and autocorrelation consistent with clicking estimate selecting option, and there is the covariant method option. Clicking HAC, then OK. Then compare to the previous OLS regression analysis model. What distinguishes it is the value of the standard error. That means there is a slight influence at least, with previous 3 was insignificant. But after we use the HAC standard error and covariant, it should be significant. Although it doesn't guarantee everything else, at least it is one way to change the standard error.